Hey everyone, welcome to lesson number 5 in our punctuation unit. Today's lesson is commas to set off introducers. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video and take the notes that are on this page, and then you can come back on in and I'm going to keep going. So you want to take the notes first and then listen to me talk about it. So first off, what is an introducer? So an introducer is a word or phrase that comes before a full sentence to introduce it. Oftentimes, the introducer gives us some information that helps us understand the sentence better, so it adds clarity to the sentence. So here are some examples, and I think you'll see what I mean right away. The words like first, therefore, in conclusion, Charlie, Alice, or any name, next, because of this. Okay, these are all words or phrases that are examples of ways to use introducers. Okay, I'm going to change the page. So again, go ahead and pause the video, and when you're ready, come back on in. All right, so check out how the meaning of the sentence changes depending on which introducer is being used. So here I've got our sentence, we must eat our ice cream cones, which is a great sentence, a tasty sentence. See how it changes depending on what introducer I put in front of it. So first, we must eat our ice cream cones. Therefore, we must eat our ice cream cones. In conclusion, we must eat our ice cream cones. Charlie, we must eat our ice cream cones. Alice, we must eat our ice cream cones. So the meaning of the sentence really changes depending on which introducer I put in. But regardless, the full sentence is we must eat our ice cream cones. If you have a look, none of these are full sentences, are they? They're just introductory words and phrases. So why do introducers need to be set off with a comma anyways? Like, who cares, right? And this is a common error in grade 8 writing, and actually when I was reading your comparative paragraphs, there are some of you that don't hear this quite yet in your writing, and so I'm hoping that this will be helpful for you going forward. So if we remember from our last lesson, comma means cut or section. So we're trying to figure out the signal it gives us is to section off pieces of information in our sentence. So we need to section off the introducer so the sentence is clear. So I've given 2 bad examples. So if you want to go ahead and take your pen so you can modify this so that it is correct, or take a different colored pen like I have here. So let's read this sentence. Alice fish are tasty. And if we don't put a comma anywhere here to section off that introducer, it looks like we're asking people to eat a dish called Alice fish, like goldfish or salmon fish. Okay, what is an Alice fish? I don't know, because it's not a thing. There's an error in this sentence, and that's that I actually have an introducer, someone's name, and what I'm actually saying is Alice, fish are tasty. Now suddenly we're good because I have that full sentence, fish are tasty, and I realize that I'm just talking to Alice. What about this next sentence? However we want to get the job done. Okay, now we've got 2 problems here. First of all, it's a sentence fragment. If I come up to you and say, hey, however we want to get the job done, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because it feels like it's only the back half of a sentence, or the front half of a sentence, more likely. Anyways, when we have a sentence like this, if we say however we want to get the job done, the word however ends up meaning in whatever way. So this sentence actually says in whatever way we want to get the job done. So my question is, we can do it in whatever way we want? But that's not what the sentence is actually saying. There's an introducer here, and that introducer is however. Now suddenly it makes sense. However, we want to get the job done. So maybe the sentence over here before it was, this is going to be difficult, period. However, comma, we want to get the job done. In this sense, we want to get the job done is a full sentence. All right, moving on. Okay, you need to remember that without the introducer, the sentence needs to be complete. Oftentimes when younger writers or, grade 8s are writing, they will give me something with an introducer, a transition, like a transitional phrase or word, and then what's after that won't be a full sentence. So I've given you the incorrect example here. First, doing the dishes. If I take out this word first, I can't walk up to someone and say, doing the dishes. They wouldn't know what I was talking about. So I also then can't say first, doing the dishes. However, I can say first, we need to do the dishes, because if I take that first out, I still have a complete thought. So see how I've done it. I have taken my introducer, I've set it off with a comma, I've sectioned it off so that my reader knows it's not a part of the main sentence. It's just adding some more detail. So I've sectioned it off from my main sentence. Okay, that's a bad example. Sorry, I shouldn't have been pointing to it. Right here. So first, comma, we need to do the dishes. I've sectioned it off from the main sentence. So let's take a look at these examples. So if you grab your red pen or whatever other colored pen, we need to add the commas in here. Okay? So Charlie, will you please peel the potatoes? Now, the real sentence, the full sentence, is a request. Will you peel the potatoes? Okay? The introducer in here is Charlie. That's giving me more information. I'm going to set it off or section it off with a comma. Now it makes sense. Charlie, will you please peel the potatoes? Okay? This second sentence, consequently, dinner will be late. The full sentence is, dinner will be late. The introducer that I'm adding to give more information is consequently. As a result, we were up early this morning. Okay? The full sentence is, we were up early this morning. As a result is my introducer, kind of adds more information to the full sentence. And I'm going to set it off with a comma. Now, when you go into the exercises today, what I've given you actually are links to an online resource where you can go and practice these skills, and it will give you instant feedback. I think it marks how many you get right. You can try it as much as you like until you either get 100% or until you feel like you know what is going on. But if you can get a handle on this, you will be doing well. We've got a few more exercises on commas, and then one quiz will actually be pretty much the last thing we do for punctuation this year. It's obviously we're not gonna cover all the punctuation because of this remote learning environment that we're in, but we'll do our best to give you a really good start on these things. So go ahead and do those exercises, click on those links, and good luck. Use your notes to complete the activities. Take care.